I'm John Rankin. I'm an Underground Railroad abolitionist. It was a clear night and there were no clouds. I would always turn on my lantern and look out into the Ohio River. My house sat on a 300-foot hill, and when I went to rescue slaves, they would run to the top of the hill, and I would take them in for the night, and then they would head out early the next morning. There was a boat coming one night, and it was trying to go fast, but not too fast, because if it was caught, they would be killed, and I might be killed too. It was a woman, and she had 2 kids and a husband that she had left behind. And people always say, oh, I would leave for freedom, but would you really if you had 2 kids and a husband to take care of? Would you still leave? Even as a white man, I was in danger. If I was caught, I would be in big trouble. What I was doing was illegal. My first rescue, or one of my first rescues, was Harriet Tubman. She was very brave and courageous. She was a strong woman who knew what she wanted. She told me her story and how she had planned on going back for her family. I thought she was crazy. Later I found out that she went back 19 times and saved hundreds of people from slavery. I realized that just going once was hard enough, and even coming to my house and only seeing a portion of their journey was difficult enough. It's a hard life to live as a slave. You know, you don't really think about it. You think, well, yeah, it may have been difficult, but no. They worked 18 hours a day and only got a little bit of sleep. It was not an easy life, and they wanted out. But we didn't care. The whites didn't care. In 1833, Britain prohibited slavery, and I thought that would lead to us prohibiting slavery as well. But it just got worse, and slavery became more abundant in the States, and people cared about human life less and less. I remember also there was a black man that came to me injured. He had been whipped, and he had been beaten, and he was not healthy at all. He was not living a healthy life. He was very slim. They didn't feed him much. And he was in danger of dying. So he stayed for a little bit in my house, and I helped save him. He made it. He made it. He crossed the line and he was free. And oh, the joy he felt. He came back a couple years and thanked me for saving his life. I began preaching to anti-slavery societies, and I wanted to spread the word that there needed to be an end to this. So I began preaching, and I had a preaching history for a little bit. I was a Presbyterian teacher right out of college, and I went to Washington College for a couple years. And so I began preaching, and I realized that I needed to help these people. They needed out, and what was happening wasn't okay. I also remember after preaching for a while, maybe a year or 2, a pregnant woman came to my house. She came to my house. She was trying to be free, and she had told me that the conditions she worked in were the same as everyone else's. It didn't matter that she had another human being inside of her stomach. All they cared about was that she was black and that she didn't need to be equal to us. I didn't believe in that. I didn't think that was okay. I needed to help her. The way blacks are treated is not all right with me, and it shouldn't be all right with anyone. You know, I thought that they would end everything. There was a mob in Charleston in 1835 against people that were against slavery, and they tried to kill us because they weren't okay with us. And they didn't like that we didn't enjoy slavery. But they were wrong. Slavery isn't okay. It's not okay. And we have to end it. It's unfair, and they're just people. They just want their rights, the same like we do. And we can't treat them differently just because we're scared of them. They're people. We have to put an end to slavery. Thank you.